everybody. Thanks for joining me for a look at our work week forecast from April 5th through April 9th. Weather's looking very basically sunny all week and dry. No chance for precipitation till at least next weekend, and even then, maybe not, but that's beyond the scope of this forecast. Really not going to be too much to talk about in terms of impactful weather. The only thing that will be somewhat impactful is we are dry, and particularly today and a little bit tomorrow, but particularly today, we're breezy. And as snow has basically melted everywhere except at the very highest elevations at this point, that means we're into brush fire season. So we do have a red flag warning up for today, which means please don't burn if you don't have snow right around where you're burning. Because the winds will gust this afternoon to 20 to 30 miles an hour, and that combination with very low humidity levels and the dry, not yet greened up ground around us will lead to the chance for brush fires that spread pretty quickly. So as someone who's on a fire department, please do not burn this week probably, but particularly today. So that's what's going on in terms of the weather or the big picture here. Let's look at some of the details. One very interesting feature that you can see up here is we've got this big or kind of low pressure system fully vertically stacked, which means, what does vertically stacked mean for a low pressure system? It means that the low pressure system is oftentimes in the atmosphere as you go up into the higher into the atmosphere. The low pressure system is not vertically stacked, which means that usually the upper levels of the low pressure system sit to the northwest of where the surface low pressure system is. But eventually they stack up, and this one has, and then they tend to get stationary. This is kind of a cutoff low over not really the Gulf of Maine, but more kind of just east of Nova Scotia. And it's been actually slowly backing towards us, and it has spun those are mostly high clouds actually, into New Hampshire and western Maine. Those won't make their way to us really today. We'll be basically fully sunny. What it is doing, though, is it's still causing a pressure difference between that and a piece of high pressure that's kind of nosing down between another small system out to our west that's going to die before it gets to us. And it is giving us some gusty winds this afternoon, which, again, is part of the issue in terms of dealing with the potential brush fire issues. So in terms of the surface, you can see there's our big low-pressure system. This is the surface reflection of it. And then you can see, you can't quite see the high pressure, but this is a nose of high pressure that's kind of nosing down between the two of us. And then we've got this low pressure system out to the west of us. Now, the pattern is very blocky at the moment. This low pressure system is going to basically be around all week. It's going to meander to the east slowly, and this high pressure system is going to meander south. And as the high pressure system gets over the top of us, even though it's not going to be real big, it's not going to move much. And over the top of us, though, means that the winds will die out. Really, you're in a windy spot when you're between high and low pressure, and that makes the pressure gradients, that is, the difference in pressure over distance increase, and that's what causes wind. So we will not be that windy after today. Tomorrow will be a little breezy in the afternoon, and then the rest of the week quite insignificant winds. In terms of temperatures, also we are very warm over the center part of the country, and some of that warm air is trying to spill in our direction. However, like I said, the pattern is very blocky, so we're not really going to see much in the way. We'll be slightly warmer as the week goes along, and we weren't real cold to start off with. Yesterday we were up in the low 50s. We'll kind of slowly move from the low 50s yesterday. By Thursday this week, we'll be up in the low 60s. So, but not huge changes. And if you want to look at that on the 500 millibar chart, you can see we've got this big ridge out to the west, and it sort of looks like this ridge is going to want to spill into the eastern part of the country, and we're going to really warm up and be in the 70s this week. Well, that's not quite going to happen because it's blocky, and so this low pressure system, we're going to kind of be in the transition between these two all week, which means pleasant weather and relatively warm temperatures, especially for early April. Let's look at the details of the forecast. So what are we looking at? Mostly sunny, dry, breezy, windy in the afternoon. Like I said, we got a red flag warning up for today, which means, which is what the National Weather Service puts up for us when there's high brush fire danger. We'll be in the low 50s today after starting off in the mid 30s. Tomorrow, a little bit less breezy, still mostly sunny, lows in the mid 30s, highs in the low 50s, so similar temperature profile tomorrow. Then we warm up a little bit on Wednesday, with a mix of sun and clouds, becoming mostly sunny. There could be a few clouds early on Wednesday, but insignificant really. And then Thursday, a little bit warmer still. We're in the low 60s. And then Friday, we cool back off a little bit. And Friday's the only day, by the afternoon, we could be moving a few clouds in. Again, pretty insignificant in reality. will be in the upper 50s with lows in the 40s. All right, thanks for joining me for a look at our work week forecast for April 4th through April 9th. If you have any questions, always feel free to send me an email or shoot me a text or a Facebook message. I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons who help support what I do here, help improve my graphics, and also say if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel in the past, you should do that because it makes sure that you don't miss any of my videos and helps other people discover me. All right, thanks for joining me, and we will see you on Friday with a look at the weekend forecast.